Hello math friends, today we're going to write and graph equations of horizontal and vertical lines. To help us remember some things about horizontal and vertical lines, I have invited my friend Slopeman. He is so happy to be here with you today. If we take a look at Slopeman and what he tells us that we have positive, negative, undefined, and zero when we're dealing with slope. So, although Slopeman looks angry, he is not. He is here to help you. He's here to remind you that vertical lines have a slope of undefined, and that horizontal lines, you can pretend his tongue's coming out and showing you that its slope is zero. So if we take a look at these two graphs, we have to write the equations of the lines. When we want to write the equations of the lines, one thing I might want to recognize is that here in this horizontal line, I know that the y value is always the same. No matter where I go on the line, my y value, it's always at 1, 2, 3. This point's at 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. They're all at 3, okay? So if I think about the formula y equals mx plus b, my y-intercept is always at 3, so my b is always going to be 3. My slope, I don't have any rise, so my rise is always 0 over, my run could be anything. If I pick these 2 points, my run is 1, 2, 3. If I pick these 2 points, my run is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be anything. It doesn't really matter because you're always going to do 0 divided by that number, which would give me a slope of 0. So if I fill that in, 0 times x, that gets rid of the x altogether. So horizontal lines are always going to be in the form of y equals 3. Now, vertical lines, you might guess if these are in the form y equals 3, that these maybe, since in this case my x value is always going to be 2, no matter what my y value is, that they'll be in the form of x equals something. And they are, and that's because when we think about the slope, the rise here could be any given number. It might be 4, it might be 1, depending on the 2 points that you pick, but the run is always going to be 0. So my 0 is always going to come in the bottom. We'll just say it's 4 for now. So if that's true, that's where my undefined slope comes in. So this is an undefined slope. When the slope is undefined, we're going to get the equation x equals. And we're just going to say, hey, what is x always equal to? And in this case, x is always equal to 2. So the equation of my line here is x equals 2. And over here, it's y equals 3. Let's take a look at what if it goes in the reverse order, where we need to graph it. So in this case, if I need to graph y equals negative 2, I just think about what that means. That means that y, the y value, this is my y-axis, is always going to be at negative 2 or down 2. So no matter where my x value is, my y value is always at negative 2, and I really quickly can see that I'm going to have that horizontal line. Over here at x equals 3, I can think about the fact that, if x equals 3, that means I'm always to the right 3. So no matter what y value I have, no matter how much I go up and down, my x value is always going to be at 3, and I really quickly can see that I'm going to get that vertical line. So our friend Slopeman can help you out. He's willing to be your friend too, to remind you what the slope is. But then we also have to just think about it, and that if y equals negative 2, that's that 0 slope issue, and it's going to be a horizontal line. And if x equals something, that's my undefined slope. And so I'm going to be dealing with a vertical line. I hope that you understand horizontal and vertical lines and their graphs and equations. And I hope that you bring Slopeman with you whenever you're dealing with lines. Have a great day.